Next, we'll take a look at travel tips and eating out while managing type 2 diabetes. Planning ahead is important to consider when traveling. Sometimes it can be difficult to stay on track and to eat regularly and to include exercise while on vacation. It's important to stick to your routine with meals, exercise, and medications as much as possible. If you are on the road and going to drive-thrus, you can make conscious decisions at fast food places by choosing items from light sections on menus or choosing grilled items. If it's an option, pick a grilled chicken sandwich instead of something that's fried, and choose fruit instead of French fries with your meal. Another good strategy can be to pack meals with you to take on the road. This is not only helpful for managing your diabetes, but it can also be kinder to your wallet. When traveling by air, there are a few things to consider. You can and should always bring medications and supplies on flights with you. Just make sure that they are clearly labeled. These items include things like insulin, insulin pumps, insulin pens, syringes, including disposable sharps containers, lancets, blood glucose meters, test strips, alcohol swabs, and meter testing solution. Make sure to tell security ahead of time about your medications to help avoid any misunderstandings. If you're on a flight for several hours, they may serve a meal, and you can oftentimes request a special meal that has balanced carbohydrates around 24 hours in advance. If you're on a very long flight, it may be a good idea to take a snack with you. The guidelines may be different for certain domestic versus international flights concerning what types of foods you're allowed to carry on, but you can always call the airline and ask. The bottom line is that it's very important to carry medications on board with you, especially on long flights. Now, when dining out, it can also be difficult to know exactly what's in the food and how to make healthy choices. We know that restaurants tend to serve very large portion sizes, and so we want to be mindful of these things when we're eating out. Some things that you can do to help will be looking at menus ahead of time. These days, you can find most menus available online. Think about portion sizes. If you know that a restaurant is going to serve you more than you need to eat in one sitting, you can ask for a box to put away what you're not going to eat at that time and take it with you for later. Choose healthier sides. Look for side items that are not fried, and especially look for non-starchy vegetables. When possible, opt for a grilled option instead of fried. And you can always ask for nutrition facts menus when you're at a restaurant. Most establishments do have nutrition information available, and all you have to do is ask. Like I said, don't be afraid to ask questions when you're eating out. It can be a good idea to be an advocate for yourself in this way. Another strategy is to remember the plate method, where you're aiming to order something that allows you to fill up half of your plate with fruits and vegetables, 1/4 of your plate with a lean protein, and 1/4 of your plate with carbs. Some of the tips that I mentioned before are on this slide, like asking for a box to come out with your food. But you can also ask for salad dressing on the side. Certain types of salad dressings actually have some sugar in them, and so you may want to have a little bit of control about how much dressing goes on your salad. If you're getting a drink, you want to try to choose water, diet soda, or unsweet tea instead of a sugary drink. And of course, when you don't make the best choice, give yourself a little bit of kindness, because we're not always going to get things perfectly. You want to aim to get it right about at least 80% of the time.